Howdy. It's been an interesting week and a half, hasn't it? At least if you are a minority in America. Let's see now. We've had different people who have called the police on black people being in a college, not a dorm room, what do you call it? The area where, the lounge, in a college lounge. A real estate guy had the cops called on him. Lady called people because they were barbecuing. There was another one. Then we had this rant by this guy who was initially reported as a lawyer, and it turns out he's really not a lawyer, deciding to go into a Mexican restaurant and yell at the owner and some other people because they were speaking Spanish. Come on. This is getting weird. This is really getting ridiculous. And this mess just has to stop. I mean, we have to learn to get along. We have to figure out a way to get along. I just don't understand why people keep doing this. Not like I haven't had my adventures. I mean, now I'm 58 years old. It's been a long time. But I used to get followed a lot in stores. And one time I even saw the person who was trying to act like they weren't following me, and every time I would look over at them, they would be looking down at the records, but I knew they were there. And I pulled a gold card out of my wallet and walked over to them and said, "Oh, look, I got a gold card. I can buy anything I want to in here." "Oh, I wasn't doing anything." Yeah, right. You've got to stop judging people based on what they look like. That's just not going to work. By 2030, it's possible that whites are going to be in the minority in this country. Y'all need to get it together. We all probably need to get it together. I'm one of those people who believes you can't fix anything until you acknowledge it. And race is a big deal. And we have to get together and talk about these issues that we have. And if we don't, then we're going to continue having problems and things are going to turn. And the last thing I want to see happen is have America turn into a South Africa. Because who has all the guns? For all the stuff that people try to say about, well, the minorities got all the guns and we got to have guns to protect ourselves against us. Please. How many minorities are members of the NRA? Not a bunch. There's some, but not a bunch. And how many minorities could get away with walking down the street with their gun out in the open and not to get themselves killed or at least beaten and arrested? But it happens all the time the other direction. I'm just saying. We've got to get some kind of equality. We've got to get some kind of fairness. We got to get people to knock it off and stop being stupid. And stop taking it to work. Because it happens in the workplace as well. That's my little bit of rant for the day. My name is Mitch Mitchell. Let me know your thoughts.